RV part, the drive part, and the living quarters. I've never done it before. It actually worked really well. And it wasn't the best blanket I used. I could use an even better one that's thicker, and that would work even better probably. There's a windsock. Yeah, the wind is coming, pretty much coming straight from the south, actually, it looks like. So I was driving into it when I was going southeast today, and north earlier. It was coming from the north in Alliance. So that's why the gas mileage was so bad. It should be better on this leg. Nebraska law. It says road work, no cell phone use. You're not supposed to use a cell phone anyway driving, unless they mean hands-free even. I've never seen that before. It's got to be some type of new law, but I don't understand it. Like, what do they mean? Passengers too? Or I don't, is it, yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, I would not want to live in eastern Nebraska again, especially now that I know western Nebraska is not humid. In western Nebraska, it is nice. I'm not, yeah, I don't, if I didn't have family in eastern Nebraska, I would never go back again. I wouldn't have a reason to. Definitely, humidity is rough. The other thing is, well, I'm not gonna, that's enough. The only way I'm gonna live in humidity is if it's by the coast, like Florida or Texas, you know, close enough to the ocean to go there whenever you want. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. I would rather live somewhere out west where maybe it's hot in the summer, but at least it's not humid. When I lived in DC, oh my god, it was so humid in the summer. You didn't want to go outside. It was worse than Nebraska. And so what, 4 years there, 5 years? It's just horrible. One of the YouTubers I watch, it's called Adam the Moo, and he, oh my gosh, he's an original YouTuber, like, been doing this 10 years. He has 500,000 subscribers. He moved away from California when COVID was happening because nothing was open, and a big part of his channel is Disneyland, you know. Well, now he's in celebration in Florida by Orlando, by Disney World. And now that California is opening, I wonder if he will go back. Because he left the nice weather of California for the humid tropics of Florida. It'll be interesting to see if he stays there. He did get a Disney Vacation Club membership thing, and I don't know if they have that in Disneyland or very many hotels there. It'll be interesting to see. I think he's from the Southeast, though. He had a video with his dad who's from the Southeast, so maybe he'll stay there. I would stay there. It's cheaper. I think it's interesting there. And I think that's where he started his channel. He basically would sneak into the abandoned areas of Disney World, different parks that they shut down. Well, Disney World people figured out who he was finally through social media and his videos. And one day they were waiting for him at Disney World entrance, and they took him aside and said, you know, are you so-and-so, and blah, blah, blah. And they said, you've been trespassing, you're not welcome here anymore, don't come back. And they banned him from Disney World. This was, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Well, I think I saw another video later. I was skimming through them, and 2 years after that happened, they reinstated, they let him go back to Disney World and Disneyland. But I don't think he trespasses anymore. He was doing some shady stuff, trying to like get back into the employee areas and not public areas, and besides going to the abandoned places. I mean, he was trying to get subscribers and views, and that's what YouTube does to some people. Now he doesn't do that, you know, he doesn't have to. Yeah, but he had to get people's attention, I guess. Original YouTube people. They've both been doing it 8 to 10 years. And then you have Traveling Robert, actually. He's old. He's been doing it like 10 years. He has a lot of subscribers. Then you get some newer people that get lucky. You know, like Keep Your Daydream is another channel. I think they've been doing it 3-4 years, maybe 5 if they're lucky. I want to say 3 or 4 years. I'd say 4 or 5. And they have a lot of subscribers, but I mean, they have a whole family, they have a dog, and that just attracts a lot more people, I think, because the channel has more variety. And there's another sailboat one I watched for a while. Oh god, what's it called? Sailing Zatara. They had a big family, but they went a lot of cool places. And then they got a cat. But now, the last year, they're boring. I don't enjoy watching them. They don't do anything different. And I still subscribe to them, but I just don't really watch them anymore. It was fun watching them when they first started. There's a bunch of other sailing channels I really want to start watching. But, yeah, you have to have something that, you know, you either have to have been doing it a long time, or have like a side cast to help you attract people, you know, like pets or family. So my only hope is I do this a long time. I don't have anyone that wants to do it with me. I don't have a dog. I have a cat, but she don't even look at the camera. I get the camera out, and she puts her head down, and she quits moving. I should like start filming her at night when she's like pestering me and trying to wake me up. Maybe that'd make her stop. I don't know why she does not like the camera. It'll steal her soul. So I'm basically driving, I feel like, in a trance zombie mode. It just all looks the same. Watching the same cars and semis pass me. Thinking of all the awesome food I'm gonna buy. And having electrical power for the rest of the week, and blasting the AC all night long. I might get it really cold tonight, like 65. Got it down to 68 this morning when I got up. 65 would be awesome. But we are 61 miles from Lincoln, or from the Runza. Well, it's on the edge of Lincoln. I need to start, I should probably start doing what everyone else does and be like, you know, please subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications, and leave comments at the beginning of all my videos, but I feel like it's too scripted. One channel I like, I'm not going to name names anymore. He has a whole like 1 or 2 minute spiel at the beginning, it seems. I just don't want to do that. People either like it or don't like it, and I don't need to beg. You know, if they don't like it, there's nothing I can do about it. You either like driving or you don't like driving videos, or hiking videos, or museum videos, or biking videos. Oh my gosh, it would be fun to go to the state capitol sometime and get a video. It's probably one of the best state capitals in the country as far as how big it is and tall. You go up to the top. It'd be an awesome viewpoint. COVID cases this morning. I think the nationwide 7-day average is 17,000 now, which is awesome. My sister said in Lincoln they only have 8 cases a day, which is crazy to think that's nothing. That's super low. It's higher in Washington than here, and I think that's because everyone here has probably had it because they weren't locked down like Washington. That's my theory. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong, but how do you explain it? I think they have herd immunity here, is what it is, between the people that are vaccinated and just people getting, you know, more people had it because they weren't shut in their house. Tell me a different reason, if you have one. I know the Washington rates in the big city areas, or even where I live, are a lot higher than that. Significantly higher still, I want to say. I mean, 8 people per 300,000 is super low. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I gotta quit talking so much. p.m. We'll get to Runza at 7:35. Yeah, we're gonna make the campground before they close, so that's awesome. 85 degrees. I love it. Surprised at how few bugs I'm hitting with all the fields all around me. Must have been really dry lately. There's no standing water. So he's going to be ecstatic. I'm going to be happy. It's going to be nice. It's a long drive in an RV. I mean, in a car, you could do it easy, and you could do it in 2 days pretty easy. If you stuck to the interstate and went the speed limit. I mean, the only bad thing is you got to stay in hotels then. I don't like hotels anymore. They're usually expensive, and yeah, it would be a lot of work with a cat. Well, I wouldn't take a cat in the car, so yeah, we wouldn't have a pet if we did that. I just remember, like, we always had a lot of stuff to unpack, even though, you know, we were just staying in a hotel, driving a car. We'd fill up one of those carts, you know, that hotels have. I don't know, hotels always seem kind of sterile too. You know, you're in this room, bland room, watching crappy TV, sleeping on a bed that might not be that comfortable. This isn't very fun. And on top of that, if you're in California or tourist area, you're spending $200, $250 a night. Even in Nebraska, I bet it's $100, $150 now. You know, for a decent new hotel. It's just gotten really expensive. Growing up, I remember finding Super 8s for 20, 30 bucks. I'm sure they're more than that now. Or the old motels that the people from India owned. They charge 20 bucks. Those are all torn down now, like they're all dilapidated and gone because they never made enough money to keep maintaining them. Not at that price. My theory is they bought them to live in, and then they run them as a side business. They lived in the manager's part, you know, of the. Maybe they kept a room for themselves too. It was cheaper than a campground, or the same price as a campground back in the day. In the 90s, you could stay in one for 20 bucks. And I remember paying $20 for a campground for a tent, which is crazy to think that. They were definitely dingy though, and really old. Nothing modern about them. They're on their last legs. But that's what I could afford back then when I did my long trips. Wow, what is that? A sign? I thought York was coming up. seen one deer in Nebraska yet. Hopefully everyone's hunting them. Definitely big in this state. I wish someone would hunt me a deer. I like deer, venison, and pheasant. Pheasant is awesome. I bet it's hard to find pheasant now with all the people here. Another nice rest area coming up. So if we do go the southern route going home, I'll stop at a bunch of these rest areas and show you how nice they are. God, it would be exciting to go through I-70 over the Rocky Mountains. Haven't done that in a long time. It sounds more exciting than going through Montana. And I'm going to see Montana plenty, I think, with the truck this next year. I could drive out there in one day, spend like 2 nights there, drive home, hardly use any gas. I think I figured I can get to, oh gosh, is it Billings? I can get to Billings, or maybe Bozeman. Whatever's after Billings on one tank of gas in the truck. I can get 700 miles almost. 650, 700 miles. If I don't, stop and just stay on the interstate. And don't speed. And that would cost me a whole like 50, 60 bucks. That's it. Whereas the RV would be double that. Once I'm out there, I won't spend a lot on gas because I will just be puttering around the Forest Service roads, at low speeds. This is York, Nebraska coming up, I think. See a bunch of, there's the famous water tower and all of the gas station signs along the interstate. It is a really nice place to stop if you need something. If you want food, gas, a place to spend the night, York is it. I would stop here instead of Lincoln or Grand Island if you're traveling through. It's a small town, but it has everything. Very quiet and safe. You won't get lost. Exit 353. So we're going to end this video up here and have one more, it looks like. Wow, that has a door in the back. I wonder if that's enters the cabin or is that like a storage compartment? I think he had a key in it, it looked like. I wonder if he knows that. Runs it here. Well, thanks for watching the Grand Island to York video. We'll probably have to break this up, but I will be right back.